Hey guys, welcome back to Large Scale RC Nation. This is Brandon, and today we're going to be going over this new part for mod. It's the Hitec 845 series aluminum servo mounts for the LOSI 5B and 5T 1.0 and 2.0. The 1000 series brackets that are made by mod are $47.99. They should be around the same price. These are just coming out, so don't quote me on that, but they should be around the same price. They're super lightweight at 37 grams. Included is some really nice hardware to do the install on the top of the servo. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look and see what we get inside. So inside the package, you're going to be getting 2 stickers for mod. You can place those on your buggy or your truck. Here we have the very nice machined aluminum brackets for the servo. These are constructed out of 6061 aluminum. You will also receive some hardware. And some 2.5 millimeter hex hardware that will mount the top of your servo. Now, as you can see, that these are machined very nicely. They're hollowed out to make them lightweight, super lightweight. And as you can see on here, it says top. They're directional, so those will face up towards the servo. And let's go ahead and jump into this install. So this is going to be a very easy install. What we're going to do is remove the servo. We're going to cut out this bracket that's attached to the receiver box and replace it with our new brackets. The reason why we're going to be using these brackets is they sit taller than the stock factory one. As you can see, the servo's lifted off the ground. It's not even touching the top of the tray here. And the servo is smashed onto the chassis itself. So you're going to need some type of bracket, and I highly recommend these mod 845 aluminum servo mounts. So I had a servo go out on me during the race, the factory one. I replaced it with my favorite style servos, which is Hitec. This is the D845WP. And the reason why we're going to be doing this install is the fact that the factory servo mount does not fit these Hitec servos. The body of the servo itself is a lot longer, where you can see it's smashed onto the chassis plate itself, and it is not touching the top of the bracket, so it's just floating and barely being held in here. So that's why we're switching over to these upgraded, beautiful looking mod servo braces. So we're gonna start by removing the factory servo tray, electronics tray. It's going to be a 2.5 millimeter for these hardwares, and you're going to save these bottom hardware as you'll reuse them on the new aluminum servo mounts. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the plastic guard just for viewing purposes as well. With all the hardware out, now the servo tray will come right out, and we'll just go ahead and disconnect the servo horn. Now if you just put your servo horns parallel and horizontal with your servos, that way you'll know exactly the way it goes back in, and you don't have to readjust everything. All right. Now that our tray is out, we can go ahead and remove our servo. We will now remove the 2.5 hardware that is on the factory servo. Now that we have the servo out, we're going to go ahead and cut the plastic. So now we're going to cut out the factory mount, and I'm just going to use some tin snips, cut right there, and then I'm going to cut this other side off camera, and then we'll jump right back into the install. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut it off right here and here, and just took an X-Acto blade and just kind of cleaned it up to make it look a little bit more factory. I will clean this up more later on, but I just wanted to get through this video with you guys. So as you can see, it used to be right here, and I just cut it off from here and here, and then shave that nice and smooth, which I'll do on this end as well. And now we could install our new mounts for our servo. We will now take our 2.5mm hex driver and the factory hardware that was underneath and install it onto the new brackets. Make sure that the top part is facing towards the servo, and go ahead and install the hardware. So now we will tighten up our bolts. You're going to make sure that you put some blue Loctite on them, as you are screwing into metal now instead of plastic. Alright, now that all the hardware is tight on the bottom, here's our brackets, nice and strong. So from here you will take your rubber grommets. You can use your factory one or the one that comes in your new Hitec D845 servo. And you're going to place the grommets on here. Simply just slip right in. You'll just push those in till they're nice and secure. One side on the grommet is rounded, the other side is flat. The flat side will be going facing outward, as you can see here. So make sure that you put the rounded side in. Now that we have all our grommets in, now we can go ahead and run our wire through the servo mount. Place that on top, and we will use our included new hardware and washers to secure the servo. So I went ahead and started all the new hardware into the rubber grommets, and that's just simply just twisting it in, and it will push through. Once you have it through, go ahead and mount it onto the new braces. Alright, now they're all on there nice and tight with our blue Loctite on. And here they are installed. I definitely love the craftsmanship that was put into these. Gives the Hitec servo a lot of style. Lightweight, beefier, stronger, keeps it off the ground now. The cord comes out through the hole, so it's not going to pinch the cord, and it sits on there very nice. Now we're just going to put our screws back in. Make sure you guys don't over tighten these, as you'll strip the plastic. Just get it nice and snug. Don't use a power wrench, otherwise you'll strip the plastic out and then you'll have to purchase another battery electrical tray. Alright, it's time for our last piece to go on and our install is complete. We're just going to tighten up our last 3 screws on our plastic guards. Our install is complete. Let's check it out. Here's our install. Looks super clean. Definitely dialed. Nice and clean right here. So you are going to want to make sure that you have that X-Acto blade cut really nicely, as you can see right here. But overall, looks amazing, guys. Definitely recommend picking these things up. A few key features that I do like about how this is set up is it now lifts the servo off the ground. Your cord is not pinched anymore. It's heavy duty, lightweight, amazing looking construction. Definitely adds that bling like I have on the rest of my truck. Like that polished look and the chrome. Suits nicely with the fins on the Hitec servo. And I really love the fact that Matt put these heavy duty hardware with washers on here. The hardware that was originally on here was a lot narrower, which pushed the hardware down, and this is spread over the top of this, so it's going to be nice and secure on there. Doesn't move, nice and solid, and looks awesome. Alright guys, another awesome product from Mod Speed Shop. Check it out on modspeedshop.com. Right now, currently, it's not on the website, but just go ahead and order the 1000 braces and just put in the notes that you want it for the 845. They are limited in stock, so grab it while you can. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos. We appreciate it. We're almost to 1,000, and when we do, I want to do some type of giveaway or something like that, so help us grow, and let's make this large-scale RC Nation massive. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.